and we're good. All right, we're set to go, and we're still live. So let's get this party started. Sorry about that, folks. There's really not much I can do in that regard. So I'll get that fixed as soon as I can. And Guai does get taken out by Chibiki relatively soon. So that's going to be a huge pick here as they lose their main tank. And here we go as yet another pick comes on in. And T-Time's just having a hard time getting out of the door right now.
Yeah, it seems like with the comp that Horn Beast is running here, it seems that Milky's going to stay on the cart just to fight a little bit of contention there. While Kazame and Tanebe caused a lot of harassment in the backline. Kazame doing a lot of damage from the high ground. And it's really hard as for Guai and Sadboy to choose who they dive here. Because if they dive onto the Roadhog, I mean, the shotgun of Roadhog's scrap gun just does a ton of damage.
Ooh, and Milky going with a great hook is going to take out Guai. And it's still just going to be T-Time really struggling to figure out and get their roots in this offense. And they're just having a tough time really getting out of the door. Ferret did switch on over to the McCree to try to contest. Oh, but the hook from Milky. Milky. Fantastic hooks tonight. My God.
Yeah, and even though Ferret decided to swap over to that McCree, unfortunately, there's not, because of the point they are in the map, there's not a lot of room for him to get high ground. And with Milky constantly on the low ground, fighting a bunch of contention, but it doesn't seem to matter there as Ferret gets the pick off.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge one there as Milky, a lot of the point presence that the Horn Beast had. So now they've got to be careful as Kazame doesn't really have anyone really putting that forward offense. And Ferret and Jaden, the combo, managing to take him on out. So here they go. They're starting to push their way on in, and they've got to figure out some form of angle to get in there. However, Ferret trying to go against Trippin' Balls, and he can't really seem to find the angle to fight him at. Trippin' Balls getting out of there with their life, just barely taking out Ferret, but now they're in their back line, and that's just unfortunate. You don't want to be there.
Yeah, losing. Oh, EMP comes out here, and the barrage.
Ooh, that's going to be a double kill right there. And there goes the Orb of Harmony from Chibiki just in time to help out. And Sadboy is going to have to back out, retreating with Jaden. And that's going to be a reset with only 0.13 meters remaining. That's fantastic.
I was just about to say that pickoff on Milky was absolutely devastating, but Tanebe and Cosme with that DPS synergy that you were just talking about really just saved Horn Beast.
Alrighty, so here they go, getting themselves ready, and that is a huge anti-nade there from Jaden, trying to make this work. There it goes, the Diva Bomb coming out. Oh, not really getting much of anyone, but now the ultimate does come on out, and they're putting a lot of that pressure. Kazame does get taken out, and Jaden is just killing it right now, man.
Yeah, that anti-nade is really effective against the Roadhog. I mean, not allowing him to use his take a breather is just really devastating for Roadhog's kit.
Oh, and that is a great combo. Unfortunately, not extremely effective, but I could see Jaden was trying to keep or at least trying to keep Guai alive. So, Tenebi up into the sky, trying to farm their ult as much as humanly possible. Trippin' Balls does get the pick here on Ferret, as now their battle is still ensuing, and they're trying to make something work. Tenebi trying to get in that back line, trying to get a quick pick here, but it doesn't seem like much of anything is going to work. Chi-Chi did manage to get the pick here, and that's going to be absolutely rough. Here it goes. Kamehameha does come out here from Trippin' Balls, and he is just looking at all of them like they're a snack, looking to try to pick up some kills, but might have bitten up a little bit more than they can chew. So now they got to go ahead and back up as this Reinhardt Roadhog combo is trying to back up just a little bit. Milky did manage to stay alive, and oh man, Milky is just a force to be reckoned with, man. This is ridiculous. Kazame.
Yeah, it's like I said, the Roadhog just has so much point pressure, and unless Jaden can get that huge anti-nade so that Chi-Chi and Ferret can follow up, I mean, it's really difficult for them to successfully kill the Roadhog.
Right, that Roadhog from Milky is just is an absolute wonder. I'm loving watching this play.
Yeah, so it's gonna. I think a good play. Oh, they're gonna. It looks like they're just gonna dive onto Roadhog, but it's like I said, Roadhog has so much pressure, but that's a huge EMP coming out there from.
Oh, and they're still trying to just stay alive. Jaden trying to get off into a corner. Oh, and here it comes. That's going to be a Diva Bomb for the ages. Doesn't seem to land on anyone just yet. And now Chi-Chi almost has that ultimate available. They're trying to just make anything work right now. As Kazame off onto the flank does get taken out. Kamehameha absolutely huge. And they've got to hurry up and get something started. And that sleep is absolutely massive. But they've got to hurry up. Got to get in there. They've got to do anything to keep it going, and Jaden just doing some solid work here from the corner, and now they're starting to push their way on through. Chibiki did manage to drop that ultimate, and that's going to be absolutely fantastic. Milky just with so much damage against them. Jaden's got to be careful as now we've got a nano boosted Guai just looking for some picks. Chibiki is the first victim to go down. And now Kazame goes next. Tripping Balls might be the next victim, going for a heavy juke, but gets a monkey to the forehead. That's just going to be a big one as we move on in to this next point.
That was some great plays there by Jaden and Guai. Nano boosting that Winston and having him dive onto the back line without the Roadhog or the Reinhardt there. I mean, it's just incredibly susceptible to that nano boosted Tesla cannon.
Nano boosted Tesla cannon is an absolute, I think it's an absolute terror, honestly, if you don't have anything to defend against. Alrighty, so here we go again. Kazame is just raining damage on in, but oh, they have so many resources dedicated to trying to take out Kazame. So here they go. The Reinhardt sitting up in that front line as Guai goes in for a solid starting dive. Here it comes. Diva Bomb coming on out. Oh, Tripping Balls just unable to do much of anything. Here it comes. That's a big one. That's a 2-piece. That's a 3-piece. And that's a 4-piece. Chi-Chi, what are you doing? That is just fantastic. Oh, my Lord.
That was a great final push there from Tea Time. I mean, knowing that Horn Beast was not going to be able to contest there until that turn because of how late that they killed him, because of how close the cart was, then Cosme staying on that Ferret despite the fact that they had that Chi-Chi and Ferret were both on the counters for him, and without him having a Mercy, I mean, it's very difficult for him to properly contest the Soldier and the McCree.
And don't forget, you do also have that Anna that could give supplementary damage, or, you know, maybe you're not expecting it. Boom, there you go, taken out.
Yeah, the Diva there as well, potentially to eat any of the hits coming towards the 2-hit scan DPS, allowing them a bit more time and space to deal with Cosme on that Pharah.
Yeah, but looks like Tea Time is starting to finally find their groove. With 54 seconds remaining, that means if the Horned Beast can go ahead and make this, they will get it rounded up to a minute. So let's see what they're going to be running, and it looks like they're going to be starting off with a Bastion play, and I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, I feel like if they hold high ground here, I think it could be very effective, especially against the Doomfist, which it looks like Cosme wants to run. Doomfist really doesn't do a lot against the Bastion composition because of how much damage is being thrown out there by the Bastion. Also, the Widowmaker, not exactly the most effective thing either. But, you know, he made it work. Tenebe made it work against Goats, so, you know, anything can happen.
And that's what I love about this game, darn it. So here we go, as now the Horned Beasts are looking to try to secure this victory away. And they've got to be careful. Milky just rushing on in. Ooh, and that might not be for the best. That's a quick D-Mech, relatively quick. And I said quick twice. So here we go. Tripping Balls might have to get out of there. Sad Boy does manage to pick up the kill here. And that's going to be absolutely massive. Sad Boy looking to help the entirety of the team, or at least somebody stay alive. Oh, it's Sad Boy. Oh, no. Losing it, just almost got out of there with a health. That's absolutely nutty. So
yeah,
now,
Guai dropping there was an interesting choice. I mean, they were maintaining the high ground.
All right, and here it goes. Kazame looking to try to pop off there, managing to take out Crazy Lady. That was a very risky res, as Guai, now in a bad spot, does get taken out, and there goes Jaden, followed up as, oh no, Jaden's still alive, does get taken out though. That's a rough one.
So I think based on what the composition that Horn Beasts are running, it's time for Tea Time to potentially swap on a more dive composition. Potentially with the counter double snipers, get Jaden off of the all but Cosme just as I'm talking just continues to get more kills.
It's just fantastic, the amount of work being done by Kazme trying to take out Jaden, but Jaden able to move out of the way in order to make this work. Now, Darkbow getting into that front line, trying to just start getting a little bit of space, but Guai still staying alive. Here comes that Diva Bomb as Milky is just trying to do it to stay alive. They do have the ultimates available. Chibiki does drop the Kamehamehas, and that's going to be absolutely huge. Amplification Matrix does come on out. Oh, and here it comes. That Diva Bomb might be absolutely deadly, and it seems like Kazumi managing to get the one pick here on Sad Boy. Ferret, however, is still alive and running. Still trying to keep this going. Chi-Chi did drop that ultimate. Oh, and great job there by Trippin' Balls, dropping it off at a good time. Does get taken out by Sad Boy. And it's still a just crazy fight as we're getting in onto this point. It's just ridiculousness. But ultimately, it's going to be the end of the push here for the Horned Beast. They are going to have to back up. I don't think they're going to be able to hold on to this push.
Yeah, I mean, Cosme just hasn't faced any contention here really on the high ground, except for there by Sad Boy, but even then, Cosme lived through that entire fight with that being contested.
And you gotta be careful with giving them that much room. It's as I was saying earlier, when there's an avenue of DPS coming in, you want to make sure you're applying the pressure to it. You cannot let them just free cast, because once they start getting their flow, now there goes your whole backline. There's not much you can do against it.
Yep, so Tenebe is popping the sides here. Very deep dive here, though, from Milky and
Yeah, they're going for it, but Jaden does have the proper precautions in order to make this work. The ultimate does come on out, and we are getting some picks here for the side of the Horned Beast, but Ferret does pick up Tenebi, and that's going to be a big one there. Oh, and the Kamehameha does come out here from Chibiki, and that could be absolutely momentous. But no, there's really not much that they can do, especially when the entirety of Tea Time is just together. Here it comes, that ultimate from Ferret, picking up a double kill. That's going to be a big one right there. And that's just going to be the end of that push here for the side of the Horned Beasts.
You know what I mean? I found it interesting that they were still fighting that. I mean, I don't feel like that fight there really ever ended. They just seem to keep staggering on in, which is really great for the Arisa comp, because without the whole team there shooting at that fortified and healed Arisa, I mean, it's really difficult for a dive comp to successfully break through that.
All right, here they go, getting ready as Darkbow trying to buy a little bit of space here for their team, and there they go. That's going to be the initiation that tries to get everything started, and they're just trying to split up the team in whatever way they could get it to work, but they've got to do something about it. Jaden does get taken out. Here it comes. Chi-Chi does have that ultimate, dropping it like it's hot. Oh, and there it goes. Chi-Chi just barely alive, does get taken out. Kazme is doing just some crazy work. Sad Boy has got to be careful. Here it comes. Oh my God, Ferret gets taken out. Great draw there from Kazme. Good finish, completely negating that ultimate. And now Crazy Lady's got to get the heck up on out of there.
Yeah, that entry sound barrier by Trippin' Ball is allowing Darkbro and Milky to freely dive in there without really any concerns about health. Then Darkbow being able to pop that Primal Rage just in the team, causing a ton of distraction, was really good, allowing Tenebe and Cosme to get the picks that they needed.
Oh, and here goes Chi-Chi. Still got a lot of that high ground as Tenebi is trying to be the, put a little bit of long range damage down against Chi-Chi. But Chi-Chi's got a good spot right now. Does get taken out, though. Great job. And here they go. And now the Horned Beasts are starting to find their footing. They're starting to push their way forward. Oh, here it comes. Ferret looking for a pick. Does manage to land it on Darkbow. And now they're just trying to push their way on in, making some solid work happen. Chibiki's got to be really careful, and now the Bob does come out from Tenebi. Trippin' Balls has got to be careful. Here it comes, that ultimate Diva Bomb. Oh my God! Oh my God, that was just absolutely fantastic. Milky is just gonna have to get up on out of there. Great job though. Here it comes. The ultimate does come on out. Is that going to be a big pick? No, that's a great job from Jaden using that immortality field to keep the team alive. Now they're just pushing their way on forward. They're coming on in for this final part of the fight. And now Darkbow trying to just do some damage, anything, get the enemy team displaced. And that's going to be 2 picks here from the Horned Beast. But here it goes, Chi-Chi trying to be the hero of the team. Unfortunate, though, does get taken out as Kazame is just on fire right now. Oh, my God.
Yeah, Kazame, Darkbro, and Chibikai really getting big picks there. I mean, Chibiki really maintaining the constant healing and pressure of the Moira. Darkbow jumping into the back line with that Primal Rage, causing a lot of disappointment. And then Tenebe and Kazame getting those great picks on the DPS just was really difficult for T-Time to come back with that. And even with Sad Boy getting that huge 3-man bomb, it just didn't seem enough as Hornbeach decided to keep fighting. And I don't think T-Time was necessarily prepared for that.
No, I honestly, me neither. Once I saw that triple, I was like, all right, well, that should mark the end of the fight. That should be it. And then I'm seeing the entirety, or at least 4 or 3 men from Horn Beast just ready to get this next battle going, and then boom, just gets right into it.
Definitely.
Oh man.
So,
what's up?
Looking at these comps here, it looks like T-Time's going to be running the double shield Torb Bastion strat here.
Oh, the pirate ship. Looks like they're not keeping the Reinhardt. They are going to be keeping the Orisa though. Orisa and the Diva.
I think that's a good swap though, allowing Sad Boy to potentially maintain the high ground, keep that away from Kazame and Tenebe is going to be crucial for the success of this Bastion.
Alrighty, so here they go, getting everything set up and ready to go, and oh, that's going to be a big hook there. Oh, man. Great backup there from Jaden. Really good amplification, or I'm sorry, really good immortality fields, keeping teammates properly alive. They do have this high ground, and they're still trying to hold on to it, but they know they can't contest Ferret face to face. They do have to have some form of workaround, but Kazame has got to be careful. There's just a lot of work against them as Ferret does manage to pick up yet another kill. There it goes. It doesn't seem like they have much of anything. Milky just trying to get in there, but at this point, you're just throwing bodies in for fodder.
Yeah, I think this would be a good spot for Cosme to swap, because I don't know if the Ferret is going to get a lot of value against Ferret on the Bastion, and then Chi-Chi's turret on the card as well with that aim locking turret. So
what are you thinking? You think maybe a Sombra might be what?
I think a Sombra would be a good pick here. I think now that Tenebe has gone over to the Ashe, a Hanzo would be a great pick for that shield break, potentially allowing them to bust through that shield, and then killing Ferret, I think, is going to be the key to their success, especially because but Ferret getting the pick onto Darkbow.
That's going to be a big one. And there it goes. Ferret does get taken out. And now they're starting to push their way on in. So now these picks are starting to work. Here it comes. That ultimate comes out. That's a 1. That's a 2. Right at the very end there. Here comes that Diva Bomb. And Tenebe trying to get out of there, but unable to do much of anything. And Milky just staying in on the point. Does get taken out though, and Darkbow, just a little too late for this party, is going to get taken out, and that stagger is going to be something ferocious.
That was a great stagger there by T-Time. That stagger is going to allow Ferret and Jaden, who got those long spawns, to come back to the cart without any worry that the Horn Beast is going to push back in.
Alrighty, so here we go. Ferret is absolutely ready to get this to work, and Kazame's got to be careful. Ooh, man, there it goes. Milky does get taken out. You got to be careful when you're playing. You got to respect. You got to respect the backstreet. Here we go, and Ferret ready to get this party started. Does manage to get the 1, but will they get the second one? Not necessarily. The rest of the enemy team is going to back off, but Chi-Chi does go ahead and die, and Shibiki just goes ahead and rushes in onto the point, knowing full well that he is not long for this world. The immortality field does come up here from Jaden, which they have been absolutely clutch this entire game. Here it comes. Diva Bomb does come out. does take out Milky, and they're still just trying to hold on. Oh, here it goes. Amplification Matrix does come out, but not in the best of spots, and now they're starting to pick it up. Tenebi does manage to get some picks here as they're starting to push their way further and further. Chi-Chi's trying to stay a little bit further into that back line, trying to hold on for absolute dear life. There it goes, and that's going to be what ends that push there.
Regardless, they didn't cap the third point there. That was a great attack there from T-Time, forcing Horn Beast to essentially cap the whole map. I mean, they essentially have to get all 3 points, which I think T-Time is going to be ready for the potential Bastion comp coming out from Horn Beast.
I mean,
and
I haven't seen a lot of like Sombra play though from the Horn Beast, or not Sombra play. I'm sorry, I meant T-Time. I haven't seen T-Time really pop a lot of Sombra play.
yeah, but I think if they just get, I think it's really going to depend, and it looks like they're going to be running a counter Bastion strat of their own, which I think is a potentially great strategy to run against it, because using this composition, if they set up on the cart, it forces the enemy, it's going to burn a lot of time because of the sustain that they're going to have, and it's going to force potentially a lot of ults out of Horn Beast they would like to use later on in the map.
Right. All right. Well, there's a lot resting on the Horn Beast shoulders, but it looks like they're going to be holding off back here. They're not going to be staying there at that high ground.
I'm not too sure about this spot here because it gives a ton of free cart space to Horn Beasts, and it gives Cosme and Tenebe just free high ground, essentially.
Yep.
But if Sadboy's gonna go up there, and it looks like it's gonna contest it, but he's got to get supple support in order to keep him alive.
All right, so I think they've called it out. Barrett did get the pick here on Tenebi, and that's gonna be a rough one right there. They're looking to try to get some sort of pick, and Ferret is just working people down. I mean, you just gotta mow them. That's it, man.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was going to be too effective, but that initial pick onto Tenebe, and then the pick onto, who was it? Milky, I mean, was just devastating, but Cosme comes back with a pick up.
Oh, and there it goes. That's going to be absolutely rough. And that's going to be Jaden keeping the team alive with that immortality field. However, Ferret does get taken off, and this battle is still underway. Kazme just has a lot of free damage that they can go ahead and cast. And now Guai, in a very terrible spot, has to be careful. No
yeah,
healing.
I think...
What's up, man?
No, you go ahead, All
right, here they go. Milky's still just pushing that way forward. Crazy Lady does get taken out, and now they're starting to pick up legs. Sad Boy has got to be careful, does get taken out. Oh, and here it comes. Can Ferret be the hero of the day? Kazme, though, managing the backup just in time. And now we're in overtime, buddy. This is it. The Horned Beasts have got to play perfectly. And that first... That pick is not good, man.
Yeah, definitely. But Cosme and Milky getting those 2 picks there, just crucial for them pushing through the map. But I think that T-Type getting it to overtime on that first point was absolutely crucial for potentially setting them up later on.
Alrighty, so here we go. This next part of the fight is going to be absolutely huge. They've got to make this work, and Milky so close to dead. Does get taken out. Here comes that Diva Bomb, and oh my god, that's gonna be the one that ends it. Oh man, Darkbow trying to do everything possible to try to stay alive, staying in there with tripping balls, but now there comes the ultimate amplification matrix. That's just so much damage coming on out, and T-Time manages to tie it up tonight.
Wow, what a map. The Bastion strat coming out from T-Time, putting Horn Beast on their toes essentially, and making them come up with strategies on the fly, and Sad Boy hitting these huge bombs. I think we're gonna see this one here. It was absolutely. Oh, I guess not.
No, I think this is just a lot of the cleanup duty that they had. Yeah, look at that. Fantastic work.
Yeah, 49 eliminations, 67% kill participation from Sad Boy. I mean, that is just huge.
Jaden with 27k healing. Wow. Ooh, man. That's a good healing day. I'll tell you what. Alrighty, so, folks, the legendary final map has come into effect. We are going to have our map 5. Whew. Alright, let's get set up and get ready for it. They are going to go ahead and be picking up what their next map is going to be. Predominantly, it is going to be a map that you cannot tie in. So, it has to be an escort map. It has to be a control map. Yeah.
I think it's typically a control map.
Yeah, usually it's a King of the Hill. I hope it's some Lijiang Tower. I love me some Lijiang Tower. Not gonna lie to you there.
Yeah, Lijiang Tower. I think it's going to be a really intense matchup here, but I think it's going to go a bit into the favor of Horn Beast. I mean, I said that on Gibraltar, but Lijiang is a great map for Pharah. So I think if Cosme and potentially support can run the pharmacy composition, I think Horn Beast might lock it up in this final map.
Oh man, it's been a yeah, there it is, and it is going to be the Lijiang Tower. Oh, I love this place. Oh man, and I don't know, man. Tea Time has really come up a long way from at least their initial first two maps. The first two maps they weren't doing so hot. And then now all of a sudden it's like something just switched and it's clicking, you know? I mean, Jaden's been having some really, really, really great plays. Ferret's been working relatively well. So what do you think could be attributing to Tea Time's success at this point?
I think I wasn't here for the first two maps, but I think based on what I've seen, it's Tea Time coming up with some very different compositions that I think Horn Beasts were planning on seeing. Also, Hornby's sticking, I think, on comps a little bit too long and making swaps that weren't exactly the most optimal for the situation. And Tea Time really exploiting that and knowing when they can contest and knowing when they should back out, allowing them to take the third and fourth map, pushing it to a map 5.
Oh man. Alrighty, so we're just gonna be waiting on Volley here to give us a thumbs up, and she did. So here we go. Final map of the night is gonna be the Lijiang Tower. So, as I've said before, control maps, not inherently the most cookie cutter, a lot of space to move, no clear-cut battle lines, you make it yourself. What do you think we'll be seeing here?
I think on Gardens, the map we're going to be playing first, I think it's a great map for Cosme to run the Pharah. Potentially, a lot of DPS, especially on Gardens. It's typically one of the more DPS heavy points for Lijiang. Then I think as we move later on to the series, potentially for Control Center, I think it's going to be a lot of goats there. And then Night Market, it's really just depending. I mean, you can run goats there, you can run DPS. So I think whoever takes this first map here is going to put themselves in a great position to take the final point.
Oh, and we are going to be seeing the goats. I don't know if Ferret will be staying as the hamster. I don't know how I feel about the hamster with like a modified goats.
I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna run the hamster, you're gonna want to swap Sad Boy onto the Winston to run the triple dive goats. But even then, I'm really not sure about running the ball. But we'll see what happens.
Anything can. Alrighty, so here we go. And Kazme does switch over to the Pharah. However, Charvi isn't here, so they're not going to be running the Pharah Mercy. So now, the initial volley is going to be coming out as they're swinging their way on in. And Sad Boy looking to try to get a pick. Milky does get taken out relatively early. Not seeing a lot of good space control here coming in from the side of the Horn Beast. Point unlocks in the next 2 seconds, and right now, Tea Time just has a lot of point presence of running on in. Darkbow just does not have enough backup, and really, in order to make it work. I mean, I think we're starting to see a little bit of the mental exhaustion here from the side of the Horn Beasts.
Yeah, and whether or not that's because, unfortunately, Charvi was unable to play on these final 3 maps. Nothing against Milky, but I think the synergy that they built up with Charvi on the Mercy, Cosme on the Pharah, was really crucial for them winning those first 2 maps.
Yeah, and this is rough here. Ferret does manage to get the pick here, and oh my god, already has the minefield, but oh no. That's just, you hate to see it. Poor Ferret.
You hate to see it.
So here it goes. Kazme looking to try to get some damage here on the flank. Jaden just trying to disrupt, or at least try to find some way around to him. They do have that ultimate available, and they're trying to figure out how they're going to go ahead and take it. Here it comes. 1-2 punch comes on in, and oh my god, that's going to be it. Sad Boy just unable to do much of anything. However, Ferret is still alive, and they're just dropping ults left and right. What is going on here?
Yeah, that's 3 ults coming out from Horn Beast here, which, I mean, it's like early on King's Row. They won the fight, but in the end, they ended up losing the map because of their poor ult economy.
What is that? Win the battle, or what is it? Win the battle, lose the war? Something like that?
Hmm?
Alright. Yeah, they need a lot more control in terms of their ult. Yeah, in terms of their ult usage. If you can just use one to win the fight, that's far more optimal than trying to just unleash everything all at once.
And as you can see here, T-Time's coming in here with 5 ultimates on deck.
Ooh, that's going to be rough. They don't really have much to combo with. Here it goes. Touchdown coming on in, but Trippin' Balls managing to get a spicy finish. And now Trippin' Balls getting another one here on GG. That's just rough. Oh, man, and that's just killer right now. Chibiki, though, able to keep the rest of the team up. Does pop that Kamehameha. Maybe a little too late. Not really sure that is going to be the pick here. And Sad Boy is going to be off onto the flank. Doesn't really have any backup. And Chi-Chi managing to get back in there on time as now the Horn Beasts get themselves up into the lead.
Yeah, I think if T-Time can regroup here, getting the late picks onto Darkbow and Milky on the Ryan and Zarya, that they could potentially come back and take it. But it looks like they've already come back, so...
Oh, here it goes, and that'll be a big one if they can manage it, and there they go. They managed to do so, and there it is. Great job there from the side of the Horn Beast. Oh, my goodness. That's the kind of comboing that you want. You don't want to overcommit your ultimates, but Tenabi and Kazame, great job managing to time those ults just right, doing some solid work. And now it's going to be T-Time scrambling to try to rush in there. Chi-Chi trying to get in. Oh, and that could be absolutely dangerous. Jaden does get taken out. Now the Chi-Chi did manage to make it onto the point. Does have a little bit of backup as now Trippin' Balls gets yet another pick. This is annoying. This is just ridiculous, man. Oh my goodness.
And it looks like Horn Beast is going to be taking this first point on Lijiang.
Yeah, especially with that hack there on Sad Boy. There's really nothing they can do. Jaden did pop that ultimate. Here comes that Diva Bomb. Might be able to salvage this, but no. Goes ahead and completely misses it. Darkbow doesn't seem to have a lot of friends there to help him out. There goes that ultimate. Kazame looking to get a pick here, and that's going to be a biggin as they go ahead and finish off whatever is left here on the point. Great job there by the Horn Beast. My goodness.
Yeah, I think Tenebe and Cosme hitting those EMP barrages is just a brutal combo that really you can't do much against. But also Ferret making that late swap onto the Zarya against Horn Beast and Milky on the Zarya, who was on the point with that high charge. And it's really difficult to push into a full charge Zarya when your Zarya has very little energy.
Exactly. Oh man, so here we go. 10 seconds and the Horn Beast just may be able to take this one home. Or we might go all the way down to the wire. I mean, we'll find out as we move on into this next bit. So here they go, and Trippin' Balls, if he can continue making these environmental plays, it might be what saves them here tonight. Alrighty, so here they go. Volley coming out one more time, looking to try to get some sort of poke damage, but Milky just finding themselves in a very, very bad spot. As now is the entirety of T-Times just looking to start rushing in onto the point. Darkbow's got to be careful. There's just a lot of stun potential there. And that's the thing. It's the crowding that comes in from the GOAT's compositions. They just kind of charge in there.
Yeah, again, Milky getting, I think because of a lack of communication, Milky goes mid while the rest of his team goes on the far right outside. And as a Zarya, you can't do anything if you push him by yourself against the GOAT's comp.
You'd be surprised. Some people will freak out about that. They're like, I could do it. Okay, you do that, buddy. Alrighty, so here they go once again. Tenebe's looking for a hack. A good hack, a big hack, and a big hack that will be. Oh man, but not able to get Mac Attack. However, it's going to be Darkbow just rushing their way on in. Left click W from the Reinhardt, just pushing their way forward. Kamehameha does come out here from the side of Crazy Lady, but might be just too little too late at this point.
Yep, that there is what you call a clean fight, using only the 2 ultimates while still keeping that Sound Barrier and the Earth Shatter for the upcoming fights. Great play there by Horn Beasts.
Yeah, and now they're up in terms of ult economy, yeah, they're actually up in terms of ult economy, 3-2 right now. And it's going to be Chi-Chi is going to have it available here within the next few seconds. Jaden does drop that ultimate, and they're going to go ahead and use that as an initiator. Jaden trying to avoid a lot of this poke damage, but Milky might be in some of the world's worst trouble. Hammer Down does come on out, and Chi-Chi looking to try to keep the Dream and the team alive, and here it goes. Graviton Surge. Great job, comes on out. Here goes Mac Attack. Oh my god. And that's a 3-piece. Unfortunate here for the side of the Horn Beasts.
Definitely. I mean, that was a great bomb there by Mac Attack. Ferret using that Graviton Surge to save his shattered teammates, rather. But going into the next fight, it looks like Horn Beast is going to have the advantage, having that EMP, Barrage, and Graviton Surge.
They've got to get that Diva, though. If Mac Attack can eat up a good chunk of it, oh boy, that could spell disaster. So here they go. Tenebe just in some serious trouble. There we go. Serious Biscuits managing to do some solid work. And there it goes. Darkbow managing to pick up yet another one. That's just going to be absolutely huge. And Mac Attack just getting taken out. I'm sorry, that was funny. The ragdoll effects in this game just make me laugh so hard. Oh, man. So here we go, 76% to 72, and right now Chi-Chi doing everything humanely possible to try to stay alive. I mean, almost at the 85% mark, and you know what happens once we hit that, man.
Yeah, Tea Time is in a great position here. 1 fight territory for them. They win this next fight, and they potentially win this map and take it to Control Center. But it's going to be interesting to see how they push into Milky's grab. Hopefully, Mac Attack can get a huge eat onto that Graviton Surge. But, you know, time will tell.
Here they go, and that's a big in terms of hammers. Jaden does take out Darkbow, and they're trying to do everything to hold on. Oh, man, that Graviton's just absolutely huge. In terms of it, didn't kill anyone. So here we go. They're just trying to do everything to stay alive. Milky's the next one to fall, and that's just going to be huge. Oh boy, here we go. Moving on into 85%. They've got not a lot of time to make a play happen.
That was a great play there by Tea Time, canceling Trippin' Ball's Sound Barrier. But again, Tenebe and Cosme have the EMP Barrage combo.
Oh, and there it goes, but Mac Attack extremely on point. Oh my god, Darkbow with a massive ultimate coming on in, doing some solid work, and the Kamehameha does come out. Darkbow doing everything to try to stay alive, but no, there's just nothing that the Horn Beast could have done for that one. There goes the ultimate, and we are going to the final bits of this map.
That was a great play by Mac Attack, canceling out Cosme's Barrage so that they couldn't get the follow-up on the EMP Barrage, completely nullifying those 2 ultimates. And even though Darkbow gets that huge shatter, I mean, with 1 teammate already down against a Goat's composition, and then Crazy Lady coming with the Kamehameha, I mean, keeping her teammates alive, just incredible plays there by Tea Time.
All right, like I said, to the wire, and Horn Beast looking to try to get into the season strong, but they're at the threat of losing it right now, man. Tea Time looking to try to hang on to that number 2 spot here for the Silver Division. Number 1 being held currently by the Game of Thrones, and I mean that's a lot to have to deal with.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see Cosme come out here on the Mei rather than the Pharah.
Ooh, that's gonna be a weird one. So here they go, and that Goat's composition looking to do some solid work. And there's just swinging. Ryan's Darkbow has got to be careful. And there goes Tenebe, able to land a solid pick here as Kazame picks up Barrett. So now they're looking to freeze the Rhine, and oh, unfortunate that the Rhine just cannot seem to do much of anything. Kazame just finding themselves in the middle of every fight conceivable. This is just huge. My goodness.
Yeah, the Mei wall in this map, allowing to block out people like Barrett, Mac Attack, and Chi-Chi here. You can see his brutal staggers.
Oh, and here it comes. They've got to be careful, though. Oh, Kazme just trying to hold on. This is an absolute nonsensical fight here. Oh, no, and Sad Boy getting caught completely out of position. You hate to see it. You really do. Tripping balls.
Yeah.
They pop that ultimate. Looks like they're just trying to get in and keep them at spawn as long as humanly possible.
Yeah, interesting sound barrier coming out there from Tripping Ball. Is almost a little too big for his britches there as he gets taken down.
Yeah, and Kazame might be in one of the worst spots in the world, trying to back out of there. Oh, touchdown coming in. That's going to be absolutely huge. Can they capitalize on it as Crazy Lady pops the Kamehameha? Here it comes. That's going to be the male, at the very least, just keeping the team protected, not letting much of anything happen there. Hey, look at that, can't go through the wall. So now Sad Boy starting to find their footing. Here it comes, the ultimates are just popping out everywhere as Chibiki does get taken out. And that's going to be the end here. Darkbow is going to get taken out at the very end. So at 67%, I think the Horned Beasts have a good solid head start at this point.
I would agree with that, but the Mei is most effective when you have control of the point. And now it's going to be interesting to see how Cosme utilizes this Mei here.
It's going to have to be a biggin. I know they're going to try to draw someone out. Oh, and that's going to be huge right there. They've got to get some... Oh, there it is. Darkbow looking to try to get a big pick. Oh, but it's just not going to be so. Sad Boy just has so much to back him up with, and they're trying to run that Mei in there, but I'm just seeing it slip from the fingers of the Horned Beast. Kazume's going to be the last lone survivor here. Oof, does get taken out. Nope, I lied. Looks like Milky is still off onto the flanks, but I don't know why they're still so adamant about trying to hold on to this point. What's up?
Yeah, I mean, they're really just feeding ult charge here to Tea Time and feeding percentage, which they just cannot afford to be giving to Tea Time. I mean, it was just Tripping Balls and Milky on the point, then Darkbow, Chibiki, and then Tanebe all came.
Oh man, and that's gonna be a huge pick. It looks like it's going to be Tea Time losing their main tank. And there they go. They're starting to push on in. The ultimate comes out, trying to keep the team alive. The Kamehamehas are coming out. Oh my god. It's just a cacophony of sounds everywhere. And here it goes. They know that it's all on the line, and they've got to hurry up and get these picks. Jaden is going to be able to survive for just a little bit longer. They got to be careful. Oh, and the ultimate doesn't seem to get much of anyone. But it looks like it's going to be Tea Time about to get to that 99%. Here they go. They're starting to push on in. Mac Attack does get demeched, and now they're starting to push that bad boy. Oh, that's just a rough one. And it looks like they're still just trying to keep the rest of the enemy team just backing up, and backing up.
Definitely, but Horn Beast used every ultimate they had there. Even though they built up Tanebe's, Tanebe and Darkbow's ultimates a bit more there, I mean, using every ult there, to cap the point is just not the best case scenario.
Oh, and here they go. They've got to be careful. They can't be losing control like that. And here it goes. Touchdown. That's absolutely huge right there. As the Horned Beasts are getting the last little bit. Will this be what ends everything? Oh no, and it looks like the Horned Beast just cannot get the grasp on victory. Kazame just unable to save this. We're moving on in. Oh no, and here it comes. Tripping Balls just trying to hold on for just a little bit longer as Darkbow just rushes on into the point. Now they're just feeding up this last little bit. 99 to 95%, and there's just nobody that can go ahead and touch this. Chibiki just cannot, and that's gonna be Tea Time winning this series.
What a series. Tea Time coming back with the reverse sweep. Absolutely incredible plays there by Mac Attack, Ferret, Sad Boy, the whole roster. Really showing why they, why they can be considered one of the better in the Silver Division.
Oh, Oh, man. What a comeback, Tawny style. You could not have said it better yourself.
To be expected.
Unreal. This has been a ridiculous series. It went to the absolute wire. Lion map. Lion. Why, thank you for the cheers. Now, you guys have just won, and you guys if you have been following with us,
I think both teams played incredibly well, and I think even though Hornbeast lost, I think this was, I think it was a good educational loss that they can go back and learn from. But I think the big player here, I think that I'm gonna have to give player of the match to is going to be Ferret. I think he played incredibly well there on Gibraltar, on that Bastion, really clutching it out for them, taking them to the map 5. And then on Lijiang Tower, playing that Zarya, keeping his teammates alive there on Night Market from that big shatter there by Longbow, Darkbow, rather. Great plays by Ferret in the rest of tea time.
Yep, I will definitely agree with you there. However, though, I'm gonna have to give it to Jaden. I know that Tea Time was having a little bit of issues, at least in their first few matches, but I mean, just great job as that Ana, putting a lot of that pressure, good anti-nades, good ultimates, and then being able to switch over to, oh, looks like Voltage just subscribed, and we got a gift sub here from Space Cowboy. That is absolutely fantastic. Why, you are a fantastic human being. But moving on to what it is, I still think I'm going to give this one to Jaden. By the way, for those of you at home, please give it a hashtag for who you think your player of the match was. But yeah, just Jaden doing a lot of work. Predominantly, though, I have to say, man, that play during Gibraltar really impressed me. Using those immortality fields exactly as necessary. Yeah, there were some few whiffed ults, but honestly, having a really good healer, you do really feel that in the team. And having someone that can clutch out those abilities or pop that ultimate at just the right time is the difference between winning a match and completely just getting rolled in it. And I definitely think that was the case. So, all right, there we go. I'm not necessarily seeing a lot of love here, at least in terms of the players of the match, but hey, there's always a next time. So, thank you folks once again for joining us here tonight. We did have Volley working the game host section of it. I'm running the stream host as well, and as you all know, I am the Loud T-Rex, so please tell your mom, dad, sister, grandma, your uncle, the creepy lady down the street, or the creepy guy down the street. Not really sure. I don't know your life. There's really a lot of you. And just let them know. Honestly, just a little extracurricular activity, a little something to do if they want to go ahead, find some people to hang out with, find some people to group up and play with Overwatch, because honestly, it's one of the better features. It really, being able to join O.C.C, being able to be placed on a team, meeting people, and then getting grouped up in these 6v6 scenarios, I think is fantastic. When I played on Pro, it was one of my favorite times. Sniv, you're getting a little shout out. So are you, Danks. So are you, Elfie and Wolfie and Starlight. I love you guys. So if there's nothing else, Volley, is there any announcements you need to make for the audience?
I don't have anything.
No, nothing? Alrighty, so I have been the Loud T-Rex.
I'm Volley.
And I'm Hammer.
Alright, we'll see you guys next time.